Rob Pelinka, the man who for years has been the linchpin of the Los Angeles Lakers front office, reportedly faces one of the most shocking turns in NBA executive history. Sources close to the organization suggest that Pelinka, whose tenure has seen both soaring highs and crushing lows, has been relieved of his duties as president of basketball operations and general manager. Known for his dual career as a sports agent and former collegiate player, Pelinka built a reputation as a strategic negotiator capable of landing superstar talent. Yet insiders whisper that recent tensions within the Lakers' management and dissatisfaction with roster decisions have reached a boiling point. The timing is particularly striking, as the Lakers have been under immense pressure to reclaim their dominance in the league after a period of inconsistent playoff performances. While no official statement has yet emerged from the Lakers' headquarters, the rumor mill is abuzz with speculation about the internal disagreements that may have precipitated this sudden shakeup. Fans, analysts, and media outlets alike are dissecting Pelinka's career, from his controversial trades to his involvement in high-profile free agency signings, trying to gauge the impact of his potential exit on the storied franchise. There's a sense that this decision, if confirmed, could mark the beginning of a profound transformation for the Lakers' organizational philosophy and strategic approach. Reports circulating among NBA insiders hint that Pelinka's departure may not have been entirely voluntary, with whispers of mounting frustration from ownership over the team's performance trajectory fueling the speculation. Over the years, Pelinka has often been praised for his ability to negotiate blockbuster deals, including bringing marquee names to Los Angeles. Yet the balance between star power and team cohesion appears to have become a growing concern. Some sources indicate that internal conflicts between coaching staff and front office personnel may have exacerbated the situation, creating an environment where difficult conversations about long-term strategy were unavoidable. Analysts in the league are dissecting past decisions, pondering whether Pelinka's approach prioritized immediate headlines over sustainable roster construction, and whether this philosophy finally caught up with him. Rumors suggest that the Lakers' ownership is now exploring a series of potential replacements, considering candidates who can blend basketball acumen with a vision that aligns more closely with the franchise's evolving ambitions. Even among the players, speculation is rife, with some reportedly concerned about the potential ripple effects on contracts, team culture, and future trades. As this story develops, it paints a picture of a front office at a crossroads, with Pelinka's fate serving as a potential catalyst for sweeping organizational change that could reshape the Lakers' trajectory for years to come. While the exact circumstances remain unclear, conversations among sports insiders suggest that Pelinka's relationships with key figures both inside and outside the Lakers may have influenced the board's decision-making process. Sources imply that certain high-stakes negotiations, from player contracts to draft picks, may have exposed tensions between Pelinka and other executives, raising questions about whether alignment on long-term strategy was ever fully achieved. The rumor mill also speculates about the timing, coinciding with a critical juncture in the NBA season when decisions about the roster and coaching direction are particularly impactful. Fans of the franchise are divided, with some expressing gratitude for Pelinka's past successes in assembling talent, while others argue that a fresh perspective is necessary to break a cycle of inconsistency. Commentary on social media platforms has exploded, blending admiration, critique, and wild speculation, with hashtags and trending discussions reflecting the uncertainty surrounding the Lakers' leadership. From the perspective of league observers, the situation represents a fascinating study in executive dynamics, highlighting how high-profile positions are not only about deal-making, but also about navigating organizational politics and expectations. In essence, Pelinka's rumored ousting has ignited conversations about the intersection of talent management, corporate governance, and the high-pressure world of professional basketball, where every decision carries weight far beyond the immediate scoreboard, influencing both perception and performance on a national stage. Amid the swirling speculation, insiders have suggested that Pelinka's track record, while impressive on paper, may have faced increased scrutiny due to perceived inconsistencies in draft picks, player development, and trade outcomes. Critics argue that despite bringing in marquee players capable of changing the team's dynamics, the overall cohesion and sustained performance of the roster have sometimes faltered, creating a tension between short-term excitement and long-term planning. Reports from anonymous sources indicate that internal discussions may have become increasingly heated over the past season, with disagreements over strategic direction and investment priorities becoming more pronounced. Meanwhile, the Lakers fan base is engaging in a mix of nostalgia and anticipation, reflecting on Pelinka's role in championship runs while speculating on how a leadership change might alter the team's future. Analysts are poring over past moves, from high-profile free agency signings to lesser-known tactical decisions, attempting to assess whether Pelinka's approach was ultimately visionary or flawed in execution. Social media chatter and sports commentary are amplifying the narrative, creating a sense of collective anticipation as everyone waits for official confirmation or denial. The unfolding drama hints at a broader question facing elite sports franchises. How do you balance the allure of big-name acquisitions with the necessity of long-term structural stability? And to what extent might Pelinka's potential exit reshape this balance for the Lakers? Word on the street, as per multiple whispers circulating among NBA circles, is that Pelinka's departure could trigger a domino effect across the team's operational hierarchy, potentially leading to changes not just in player transactions, but also in scouting, coaching support, and internal culture initiatives. Speculation suggests that ownership might be considering a complete philosophical reset, aiming for a front office that can better integrate modern analytics with traditional basketball wisdom, all while maintaining the Lakers' storied identity and public appeal. Some sources indicate that conversations with prospective candidates have already begun quietly behind closed doors, emphasizing discretion to avoid destabilizing the locker room or drawing premature media attention. Meanwhile, fans are dissecting potential successors with enthusiasm bordering on obsession, debating who might possess the right blend of negotiation skills, strategic foresight, and leadership charisma to navigate one of the NBA's most high-pressure environments. Rumors even hint at internal candidates gaining favor due to their intimate understanding of team dynamics, versus external options who could bring fresh perspectives but face steeper learning curves. The narrative of Pelinka's exit, whether confirmed or speculative, has ignited a broader dialogue on accountability and vision within elite sports management, questioning the fine line between short-term success and long-term sustainability. This rumor-fueled environment paints a portrait of a franchise teetering on the edge of transformation, with every insider whisper magnified into a headline, every strategic misstep analyzed, and every potential successor scrutinized as the Lakers' next chapter hangs in the balance. Some industry commentators are floating the idea that Pelinka's rumored removal could signify a turning point in how NBA front offices operate, reflecting a growing expectation that executives must not only secure top-tier talent, but also harmonize team culture, analytics, and player development into a cohesive vision. Analysts speculate that the Lakers' ownership, perhaps frustrated by inconsistencies in playoff performances and public criticism, may be signaling a willingness to prioritize structural stability and long-term strategy over headline-grabbing moves. Rumors also point to a subtle shift in league-wide sentiment, with a traditional agent-to-executive pipeline, exemplified by Pelinka's career trajectory, is being re-evaluated in light of modern demands for collaborative leadership and adaptability. Fans and media outlets alike are dissecting past transactions, weighing their impact on both immediate success and future prospects, while social media platforms buzz with speculation and conjecture. Even without official confirmation, the mere suggestion of Pelinka's departure has sent shockwaves through sports circles, prompting discussions on how elite franchises balance star power with systemic coherence. Industry insiders argue that the Lakers' next move, whether hiring internally or externally, could set a precedent for other teams navigating similar challenges. In essence, Pelinka's rumored exit is more than a personnel story. It is emblematic of broader shifts in the business of professional basketball, reflecting evolving expectations for leadership, strategy, and accountability at the highest level. Before we continue, We ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, as the Lakers rumor mill churns with relentless energy, one of the most compelling narratives is the question of how this potential executive shakeup might influence the trajectory of the team on the court. Insiders suggest that a new president or general manager could shift trade priorities, alter draft strategies, and reconfigure the balance of veteran leadership versus emerging talent, all while navigating the pressures of immediate championship contention. Fans are speculating endlessly about which roster moves could be accelerated, delayed, or reconsidered entirely, while analysts attempt to forecast the strategic philosophy that a successor might implement. Conversations hint at a potential emphasis on sustainable talent pipelines, investment in player development programs, and a more analytics-driven approach to decision-making, contrasting with Pelinka's reputation for high-profile acquisitions and aggressive negotiations. Social media chatter has taken on a feverish tone, blending humor, concern, and hope, reflecting the deep emotional investment that fans have in the franchise and its leadership decisions. If the rumors hold true, the Lakers could be on the cusp of a structural metamorphosis that extends far beyond the front office, influencing coaching staff dynamics, player morale, and the franchise's national image. The entire situation underscores how leadership in professional basketball is not just about transactions. It is about vision, trust, and the ability to steer an organization through the relentless scrutiny of both the media and the public, with every decision carrying profound implications for the legacy of one of the NBA's most iconic teams. Rumors suggest that the potential exit of Rob Pelinka could ignite an entirely new wave of speculation surrounding player loyalty, contract negotiations, and the Lakers' broader strategy in the offseason. Insiders indicate that the uncertainty at the top could have a ripple effect as players, agents, and even coaching staff begin recalibrating their expectations, aligning themselves with whoever assumes the reins of basketball operations. Sources whisper that some players may view the shakeup as an opportunity to renegotiate contracts or request trades, while others might feel a renewed sense of motivation to prove their worth under a new management philosophy. Analysts are dissecting every recent transaction, questioning whether Pelinka's high-profile acquisitions may have left the team over-leveraged or created mismatches in roster balance. Meanwhile, social media platforms are aflame with discussions blending admiration for past achievements and skepticism about future directions, highlighting the intensity of fan engagement and the magnitude of scrutiny facing anyone who steps into Pelinka's potential role. Rumors also suggest that the Lakers' ownership could be quietly scouting candidates with strong reputations in both analytics and player development, aiming to find someone who can unify the locker room while also projecting long-term success. In essence, the mere possibility of Pelinka's departure has already transformed the narrative around the Lakers, making every decision in the coming months a focal point of speculation and debate within the NBA community. Speculation continues to build around the internal dynamics that may have influenced Pelinka's rumored departure, with industry insiders hinting at mounting tensions between executives, coaching staff, and ownership over the past several seasons. Sources suggest that debates about team composition, salary cap management, and draft priorities may have reached a crescendo, creating an environment where compromise became increasingly difficult and frustrations more visible. Observers in the league are now analyzing subtle patterns in previous trades and signings, interpreting them as possible indicators of strategic disagreements or misaligned priorities. Fans are dissecting these scenarios on social media, blending analysis with emotion, while journalists amplify the narrative with every leaked whisper or unconfirmed tip. Some rumors imply that Pelinka's style, characterized by high-profile deals and aggressive recruitment, may have conflicted with a desire for a more sustainable, long-term vision within the organization. Meanwhile, speculative discussions about potential successors, whether internal executives familiar with the Lakers' culture or external candidates bringing fresh perspectives, are intensifying. The growing uncertainty highlights the delicate balance between leadership, team performance, and public perception in a franchise as high-profile as the Lakers. In the court of public opinion, Every rumored decision gains weight, and Pelinka's potential exit is being interpreted as a symbol of broader organizational recalibration and the constant pressure inherent in NBA front office leadership. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.